Hey guys, Coach Rach here. This podcast is intended to inspire, educate, and support you on your health and fitness journey. I am not a medical doctor and cannot give any professional medical advice. If you are suffering from any kind of medical condition, whether it's mental or physical, please seek help from a qualified health practitioner. Welcome to the Diet Starts Never podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Nigro, aka Coach Rach. This podcast will teach you how to live your healthiest life in and out of the gym and put yourself first again. Oh, and we get long-lasting results here. I've made it my mission to help my clients ditch the diet mentality and heal their relationship with food and themselves. After transforming hundreds of bodies and minds, it's your turn. Are you ready? We are here for episode 27 of the Diet Starts Never podcast. This is my full day of eating in a fat loss cut. You guys know how I post full days of eating every now and again on my Instagram? That's what this episode is going to be, but with like way more detail and explanation of what I eat and why I eat it. I'm actually going to take it even a step further for you and walk you through my entire day, because I think what you eat, how much you eat, when you eat, and so on matters within your routine. So I want to help you guys understand the mindset behind reaching a goal, the mindset behind living a healthy and fit lifestyle. You may think I'm crazy for some of the things I do, for the level of commitment I have, but this is what it looks like for me to live a healthy and balanced life. It took me years to find a routine and foods that make me feel good. The trial and error is done. This is what works for me. Remember, this is my life. I feel fucking amazing. And not to toot my own horn, I look it too. I worked really hard to get my body. Like, I did the damn thing. And it shows. And I'm so grateful and proud of myself for that. And I literally created my dream body, my dream life. The two do go hand in hand. And you can't have the body without having the lifestyle to support it. What works for me probably will not work for you, but you can learn something from the habits I implement on a day-to-day basis. They may go in different orders for you, or you might not have as much time to commit to something as I do. Or you could just say, I hate that and I don't want to do that, and that's okay. But you have to at least try. Do that for me. If not for me, do it for yourself. Future you deserves your best effort. I also want you to keep in mind that our bodies all have their very own genetic makeup. Something that I eat that makes me feel really good might be more difficult for your body to digest and break down, and it'll leave you feeling not so great. This also plays a role for body types as well. My body type is different than your body type. My goal here is just to give you another perspective. Reaching your goal is all about perspective, how you choose to approach it, look at it, and implement it on a day-to-day basis. If you have a limiting or negative approach, it will never happen. If you go into this and say, I'll never look that way, it will never happen. If you say, I could never do that, it will never happen. So let's set the tone for this episode, and I want you to head into it with the most optimistic, positive approach. You are going to learn something right now that will ultimately help you reach that dream body, that dream lifestyle, and I'm going to help you do it right now. All right, if I'm going to tell you what I'm eating, you should probably know what goal I am working towards. So, just like it says in the episode, we are in a fat loss cut. My current goal is to lean out a bit more. I am pretty lean already, and I do pride myself on maintaining that lean physique year round. But I do fluctuate a good amount between summer and winter because I go into a maintenance phase. So my goal is to push this cut a little further so that when I do reverse, I am a little leaner through the winter, because your girl has travel plans. I don't know where I'm going, but I am going to be in a bikini all year round, and I just want to feel good in it. Maintaining that leaner physique makes me feel good. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel healthy and strong, and that's my goal. So now you know. Remember, guys, it's taken me so many years to reach this goal. Years and years of cuts and maintenance and trying different foods that I think might help me or make me feel better, and then learning that they don't. So this is where I'm at. I am eating in a calorie deficit, and no, I will not be sharing my macros with you because my macros are for me. If you need them calculated, shoot me a DM and I can send you over some coaching options. Side note, for those of you who just need some help and nutrition tips but feel like they've got everything else covered, I do offer VIP days where I calculate your macros and get on a Zoom call with you for an hour and just basically give you a day of coaching. Let's get into the day. I'm going to walk you through from when I wake up, what I do from when I wake up to when I go to bed. I wake up anywhere from 5 to 7 a.m., depending what time I went to bed the night before. And when I say I wake up, I mean my boyfriend wakes me up. We are very strict with our sleep schedule. And again, when I say we, I mean him. But I'm grateful because it is so important to have a good, consistent sleep schedule. We really try our best to wake up and go to bed the same day, every single day of the week. Yes, it is more difficult on the weekends. But when we are more serious, we'll say, about reaching our goal, I'm in more of the height of my fat loss cut. He's in the height of his recomp phase. We're both working towards fat loss. We are trying to be on that really strict schedule. So I wake up, I take him to the train in the morning, and when I get home is really when my day starts. But from the second after I brush my teeth, I am putting down some water. I bring it with me in the car to get ahead. Depending on the time, I try my best to start the day with red light therapy combined with a meditation. And before or after that, I'll take the dogs on a walk because it's really important for me to get that morning movement in, not just for me, but for my dogs. It just helps wake me up. It helps me get a little alone time before sitting in front of a computer screen all day. On this walk, I do go barefoot so I can get grounded, and I also leave my phone at home to limit EMFs, electromagnetic fields. When we get back, this is when the fun begins. I'm usually very hungry by this time. So if you feel like you're not getting that hunger cue in the morning, which means you're skipping breakfast, that means that you are experiencing some kind of hormone imbalance. So it really is important to get yourself on a schedule of eating to help fix that. The reason you aren't hungry is because you've deprived your body for so long of food that it's not getting that hunger signal anymore. Your brain's not telling your body it's hungry anymore because it knows it's not going to get the food anyway. And my coffee, I will either drink it black, or sometimes I go and work at coffee shops and I'll grab something at Starbucks, usually like an almond milk latte or a cold brew. I really try not to get any sweeteners in my coffee, 0-calorie sweeteners especially. But like sometimes I just need that treat. But I really will avoid the sugars at all cost. So then I'm going about my day. I usually don't get hungry again until 12 o'clock, which is when my next meal is. I find that my breakfast is big enough to hold me over those couple of hours. If you feel like you need a snack in between, have it. If you are hungry, listen to your body and feed it. Don't resist it. Don't say no. Have the snack and prepare for it. The more in tune you get with your body, the more you can be prepared. So if you know you get hungry around 11, why are you not having a snack prepared? Why are you just like rummaging around to the nearest vending machine for something quick and easy? We don't do that. We need to go out of our way to hold ourselves accountable and to give ourselves the absolute best. So lunch has been a little bit different this week. Since I am in a fat loss cut, my carbs and fats are a bit lower than normal. So I had been having a really, really big, yummy salad for lunch, some dark leafy greens, probably more veggies that I had from breakfast, usually like tomatoes, peppers, whatever veggies I have in my fridge. But I've been finding that is not enough carbs for me to get me to my workout in the afternoon. So my lunch this week has been a serving of potatoes, which like really isn't that much. Potatoes, you get such a big bang for your buck. They're very high volume food. So if you are in a deficit, I would try and stick to foods like that. So I had a serving of the yellow mini potatoes. Then I had 6 ounces of ground white chicken. And then I had about a serving of green beans and avocado. And that's putting my lunch at like 44 grams of protein. And you guys see how like I'm getting each macronutrient in each meal. Potatoes, my carb; green beans, my veggie, my micronutrients; chicken, my protein, avocado, my fat. So that's a really great balanced meal right there. It's simple, it's delicious. All you need is a little bit of seasoning. Pro tip, if you have time at the beginning of the week to grill, it's going to make a difference. All right, moving on. In between lunch and dinner, I have two pretty big snacks, believe it or not. I work out in the afternoon, so I need something that's going to hold me over. I'll have a snack depending on how hungry I feel after lunch. Since I'm having this bigger lunch, I've really been pushing it a little bit longer. I'll have a snack which looks like today it's going to be about 5 ounces of chicken breast. I'm going to have some zucchini, some spring mix, which is just like dark leafy greens. I'm going to do a salad, and then I'll probably put a little bit of olive oil on. So it's a light snack. It's really just more so to get my protein in and hold me over for the rest of the day. And depending on what I'm training that day, the snack will either be a little bit higher in carbs or lower in carbs. Today, I'm saving my carbs for pre-workout because it's leg day. So this snack is lower in carbs. Then about 2 hours later, I will have my pre-workout snack, which is 2 blueberry Vans gluten-free waffles. So you can kind of see here the snack and pre-workout kind of make to one meal. I'm just breaking it down into two separate. So the snack is higher protein with a little bit of fat, and then the pre-workout is higher carbs with a little bit of fat. And it actually does have a good amount, 10 grams of protein in there as well. But that's how I'm kind of balancing throughout. The best tip I can give to you for snacking is whichever macronutrient you have the hardest time eating. So, like, let's say at the end of the day, you have 50 grams of protein left, your snack should be highest in that. So, if I still had like 50 grams of protein at the end of the day, I would be having like sliced deli turkey, probably would be supplementing with a protein shake. I did yesterday just because I didn't go grocery shopping yet and I didn't have that chicken breast. And the reason I have that chicken breast instead of like a yogurt, deli turkey, or anything with like a cheese or protein shake in it is because I try to limit dairy and processed foods. I find that protein shakes just leave me feeling like sticky from the inside out. You know, that feeling where you're just like bloated and thick inside from whatever you ate. It just doesn't make me feel good. So I really try to avoid it. I did actually have a good vegan protein shake yesterday and I felt pretty good after it, but they're gross. I'm good. I want chicken. Yeah. And then dairy in general just doesn't leave me feeling the best. So, what I'm hoping you guys are noticing from this is how strict I am with what I put in my body. I really make it a point to put the cleanest source foods that I know make me feel good. Listen, cheese makes me constipated, yogurt makes me bloated, too much gluten makes me tired. So it's taken me years to figure this out. So throughout the day, something I forgot to add in, I am drinking water. I am getting minimum 3 Stanley cups in every single day. And I am getting up and going to the bathroom multiple times a day. So let's backtrack a little bit into my routine. I work from home. I will usually, when I say usually, when it's not summer, I will wake up, I will log onto the computer with my walking pad and I'll do my check-ins while I'm walking. I'll try to get at least 30 to 60 minutes in, so that'll get me ahead of the game. I am getting 10,000 steps in every single day right now. But right now, since it's summer, I'm trying to take a midday walk, like an hour walk break, because it's gorgeous out. And why should I be sitting in front of this computer all day? So in between lunch and my snack, I go to hit the boardwalk. I am very lucky to live walking distance from the boardwalk and the ocean. So I will go walk 30 minutes one direction, 30 minutes the next, and come back and then have my snack, chug some water, get a little bit more work done. And then I will have my pre-workout. I will go pick up my lover from the train station. Is that weird that I said it like that? Maybe. Well, that's what it is. I'm going to go pick up Vinny from the train station, and then him and I will run over to Bob's at the health food store. He gets his greens and wheatgrass. I used to be able to handle wheatgrass, except I had it one day and it made me like literally almost throw up. So I got the wheatgrass ick. So I'll just have my greens. Sometimes I'll get like an elderberry shot. I also used to be able to handle ginger, but now ginger makes me incredibly nauseous. Like it makes me a ball, child's pose, not sure what's going on kind of pain. So after that, we will come back and get ready for the gym, head to the gym and put in the freaking work. Sometimes I will try to save my waffles for as close to my workout as possible, just because I need that energy spike, especially on a day like a leg day. And then moving on, we get that workout in. If I have a leg day, I usually don't do cardio. If I have an upper body day, I'll usually do cardio. Or if it's really gorgeous out, we will leave the gym and either go and jump in the ocean or we'll go walk the boardwalk. We really try to get in that ocean every single day. So come home after that, we make dinner. Dinner varies. And when I say varies, I cook about 3 different things. My go-tos, number 1 is grain-free pasta or gluten-free pasta with ground chicken and Rayo sauce. I eat that at least 3 times a week. I had that last night for dinner. And I'll have either 1 full serving of pasta or half, depending, because I did move my carb. I did make my lunch a higher carb and I am in a deficit. So I need to make sure to balance those macros throughout the day. And then I'll throw on whatever veggie. Or it's going to be a taco bowl with ground chicken seasoned with taco seasoning, jasmine rice, peppers, onions, avocados, and salsa. That is what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. And then my other one is either chicken or chicken thighs with potatoes and veggies. Very, very basic, very clean. You don't need to follow a crazy recipe to make a healthy meal. I'm not one for recipes at all. So if you can learn to love food for what it is, which is food, and learn to appreciate the taste and season lightly and enjoy food and enjoy its natural taste, that will be helpful. I know you're probably thinking like, ew, that's gross. I'm not eating ground chicken plain, but like garlic salt is all you need. It really is. Garlic, salt, oregano, boom, that's it. We eat dinner, watch like a show on the couch, depending. Some days we will, sometimes we will just hang out and eat together. It depends. We both really try to limit blue light towards the end of the day because it does make it more difficult to fall asleep, and nighttime routine is so important. Getting that consistent sleep in is our number one focus. It's my number one focus, is being rested. If I'm not rested, I cannot function. My body cannot break down food properly. My body can't recover properly, and I will not reach my goal. So if you can take anything away from this episode, it's get your freaking sleep in. Go to bed, take a nap, do whatever you need to do, get that sleep in. After dinner, I always need a snack, a dessert. It will usually be berries, some kind of fruit. Tonight, I already pre-tracked some mango, a rice cake, a chocolate rice cake, and some crunchy mint chocolate, which is like that Hue brand, which is like a vegan chocolate. So it's really good. And that's it. I hit my macros. I went over 2 grams of carbs. I have 3 grams of fat left, and I went over in 5 grams of protein. And I only had about 1,400 milligrams of sodium and 45 grams of sugar throughout the day. And basically none of that was from added sugar. The only added sugar I had that entire day was from that chocolate bar and the rice cake at the end of the day. And I'm okay with that. I feel like it doesn't affect my sleep. So that is a wrap on what my full day of eating looks like. When it comes to the weekends now, it's very similar. Breakfast is the same. Lunch, I will usually do a really big salad for, and I'll take that to the beach because I like to have some fruit there too. So that'll kind of weigh each other out. And then we usually go out to dinner on the weekends. But I'll be honest, the past couple of weeks, we've been either grilling or cooking at home because we're working towards a goal. And that's the biggest thing you need to wrap your head around, is when you're working towards a goal is when you're supposed to cut things down and be a little bit more strict. This isn't going to be forever. You're not going to be, and you should not be in a calorie deficit for the rest of your life. If you do, you will just gain weight anytime you eat above that deficit. So the biggest thing is just consistency and understanding that you are going to have to cut down. You are going to have to be more strict in times than others. And right now, this is my strict time. this is the time I'm going to say, no, I don't want to have that for dinner, or I will eat before I go and do that, or I'm going to go to bed earlier and skip the party. I'm not always going to be like this, but right now I am, and I'm okay with that. It's taken me a lot of years to realize that it is okay to do that, to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. So let's just finish off the day. I will usually have some peppermint tea or peppermint chamomile tea, depending if I feel like I need a little bit extra help falling asleep. Very rarely, I'll have some magnesium tea to help me fall asleep. And then we're usually in bed around 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, the absolute latest, and no TV in bed, especially during the week. That blue light will keep you up. I don't want that going through my brain. And then I try to do my visualizations as I fall asleep. I pop on my mouth tape, and that is a full day. I never go hungry. I never feel like I didn't eat enough food, and I'm in a calorie deficit. So I really hope this episode maybe gave you some ideas for nutrition, maybe give you some ideas on meal timing. Whatever it may be, we have to figure out what works best for you. And I really hope that I can help you do that. So let me know if you have any questions, if you want to know more specifics about the food I eat. Make sure too, if you're not following me on TikTok, I share a lot more of like my grocery hauls, meal prep, tips, things like that on there. Next episode is going to be an even deeper dive into routines, and I'm actually going to help you build your very own morning and evening routine. As always, if you learned something, please share this episode with a friend, post it to your Instagram story, and tag me. And thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye.